Hello and welcome to cheapsheds.com. Today I'll show you how to build a gable end walls for your shed using the plans available on my website at www.cheapsheds.com. This is video number 5 in my 12 video series on how to build a shed. You'll build all the walls directly on the empty floor. You'll want to build the shorter walls first so you can move them aside and use the floor space to build the longer and heavier walls in place. I'm assuming the gable walls are the shorter and therefore lighter walls. If not, go to step 4B and build the side walls first, move them aside, then come back here to build the gable end walls in place. See figure 4A and table 2. Measure and cut the wall studs and plates for the gable end walls. Lay out the top and bottom plates at 24 inches on center and drill 2 1/8 inch pilot holes for each stud. Lay the wall studs on the floor spaced 24 inches apart and attach each stud to the top and bottom plate with 2 3-inch screws or 16 D nails. Lay a truss on the floor touching the top plate with the collar beam facing down and slide a 1/2 inch spacer underneath the collar beam. This will bring the truss up level with the top edge of the top plate. Drill 1/8 inch pilot holes through the outer ends of the top plate and secure the tips of the truss to the top plate with 3-inch screws. The truss in the top plate should be flush at the top edge of the top plate. This screw is not for strength, it's just to keep the truss in position until it's nailed to the siding. Check for square by comparing the diagonal measurements. Make sure the siding is square to the frame with 4 inches overhanging below the bottom plate. Nail with 8D galvanized nails every 8 inches. Snap a chalk line along the center of the top and bottom plates to identify those nail lines, and snap another chalk line along the top of the truss and trim the excess siding. Also trim the 3/4 inch overhang on the edge. If you're building 10 or 12 wide gable end walls, you'll need to splice a 3 to 6 inch scrap of siding to the top of the truss. This is because the 10 and 12 wide sheds are also a little bit taller. Line the grooves on the scrap up with the grooves on the wall end and nail it in place. Attach scrap pieces of 2x4 to the wall about knee high with 3-inch screws to make the wall easier to move. This way you can stand the wall up vertically and have more control when you're ready to attach it to the floor and to the other walls. Set this wall aside to make room for the next ones. If you're going to put a door in the next gable end wall, then proceed to step 5 for instructions on how to make the door. Otherwise, build a second gable end wall identical to the first. Thanks for watching this video on how to build gable end walls. The next video in this series is how to build the side walls. To buy the plans to build a shed and to see all my shed building videos, go to my website at www.cheapsheds.com.